Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we're going to be talking about Holly Jolly. But before we talk about Holly Jolly, we just want to remind you to click that subscribe button so you can see our videos as they come out. Now, Holly Jolly is designed by Ben Pitchbeck, Matt Riddle. The artwork is by Robin Banks, and it is published by 25th Century Games.
If you guys are anything like us, around certain holidays, you love playing games that kind of match that theming. So Christmas, no different. We love finding Christmas games, seeing if they're any good. All right, so this one, basically you have this Christmas tree, and you are kind of using this unique drafting method, trying to grab ornaments and presents and stockings, seeing what's inside because it's kind of a mystery. And trying to get as many points as possible so you can win Christmas. Let me show you how to play. All right, here's our setup for Holly Jolly. We've got our Christmas tree as the main centerpiece of the game, and then underneath the tree we have our presents and stockings. We also have all of our deck of ornaments over here, and then we've got all of our tinsel and lights over there that we're going to be using to kind of purchase our different items. There are 3 cards here kind of at the base of the tree that are the tinsel and lights, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to choose one of these cards that are face up over here, and you're going to replace one of these 3 cards, putting it on top of that. What you're going to do then is take that number, add up everything else that's showing of that same type of thing, whether it's lights or tinsel, and it's going to give you a number. So for instance, if we took this lights over here, this is number 4, and we covered up, let's say these 4 tinsel. Now we've got a total of 9 lights. That's going to be our purchasing power this turn. It doesn't really work the same way as currency, though. What you're looking for is an exact number at the top right of a card. So what we're going to do is we're going to look on all these different ornaments for a 9. So what we've got over here, our little toy soldier here that's got a 9 on it, we're going to take that card into our tableau and replace it with a new ornament. And then we'll also refresh this deck as well. So that's how you're going to get all of the different items off of the tree. You're going to use those cards over here in order to make some kind of combination of numbers that's going to match up with one of these numbers so you can buy that card. Way at the top over here, there's actually the star. There's only 1 star per player. It's going to cost 11, which is, a pretty high number as far as it goes, but it's worth 6 points, which is fantastic. All the points are represented by these little kind of present notations at the bottom left of all the cards. But down below the tree, we have some items as well. We've got some stocking and some presents. The stockings are always going to be dealt face down. The presents are going to be dealt face up. But they're both shuffled together in the same deck over here. So how do you get those? Well, if you ever are able to create a combination of numbers, again based off the tinsel and lights, that do not match up to any of the ornaments on the tree, you're going to go down this little chart on the stump here. If it's 0 to 5, you're going to take one of the presents or stockings from the left side. If it's 6 or higher, you're going to take one of the presents or stockings from this side of the tree. That's really all there is to the game. You're going to be taking those items over there, putting them in the middle, getting hung up the number, and using that number to either take an ornament or a present or a stocking. Once you take one of those items, you're going to put it in front of you, and at the end of the game, you're going to count up all your points. The points are going to come in a lot of different ways. So for instance, this particular card here, there are 3 different kinds of stuffed animals, and the more you collect, the more you're going to get. So if you have just one bear, it's worth 1 point. Let's say if you have a bear and a bunny, it's worth 5 points. But if you're able to get all 3, it's worth a total of 15 points. The snowmen, these have a thing that says whoever has the most snowmen is going to get 4 points per snowman you have. Everyone else is only going to get 2 points per snowman at the end of the game. There's also the toy soldiers and the snowflakes. Those basically say however more you have, the more points you're going to get. There's only 7 of the game, so if you're able to get all 7 of them, it's going to be worth 35 points for that entire stack, which is fantastic. The rocking horses and the Santas also have some special abilities as well. So for instance, this Santa says it's only worth 1 victory point, which is not a lot, but it also says take an item from under the tree. So you basically get 2 cards for the price of 1, so that's kind of great. So once either the ornament stack has run out, or the presents and stockings deck has run out, the game is going to end. Everyone's going to add up all their points for all their different cards, and whoever has the most points wins the game.
I really liked how the entire board serves a purpose. So I like how it's laid out, and it's laid out like a tree, right? And you're only really interacting with the middle parts, and the edges are all the ornaments, and the bottom are the Christmas presents or the stockings. But even the stump of the tree serves a purpose because it tells you what side, what number to put the Christmas presents on when you draft the numbers together, what the amounts of those. So I like how the entire board, the entire game looks like the Christmas tree with presents underneath, but it's all utilized. I just loved that.
Yeah, I think this is the artwork in this game is perfect. It's very, I don't know, to use the word charming comes to mind. It has this retro style, like 50s, 60s art. It has like that retro robot going on the corner of the rocking horse. Even the box itself kind of looks like it's been worn down a little bit, and it's something that it's this heirloom board game that you break out. It has that feel and that artwork all kind of intertwined with it, which is a fantastic touch. And I feel like it kind of helps this game bridge multiple generations as well. Like for us, it's cool and retro, but if we play it with our parents or whatever, they're gonna identify with some of this stuff and be like, oh, I remember that particular toy, the monkey with the symbols or whatever it is. So, it was some really nice artistic choices with this game, which kind of really made it pop off the table and come alive.
So one of the nice things about a Christmas themed game is the fact that you'll more likely to play with non-gamers, with relatives, because you can like force them to play it because it's thematic, and you'll be like, but you have to play this game with me because it's Christmas time, right?
We don't do that. Maybe a little. No, people are just open to playing games.
Yes, they're just more open because after you open the gifts, you still just want to hang out with each other. And so this gives you a direction to hang out. So one of the nice things about this game in particular is that there's just that one choice, and there's a lot of decisions to be made with that because you can add the stuff up and you don't know what you're going for, if you're going for the sets or if you need a second half to like the train or something. So I feel like it's the perfect amount of decisions for maybe somebody who doesn't play a lot of games, which would probably happen unless you're like us and you're always forcing new games on your family, so they're a little more familiar with gameplay. But if you're not used to forcing games on your family, this is the one to start with.
It's non-confrontational.
Because there's it's just that one choice, and it's really not that overwhelming or stressful, while still feeling like that you're making a meaningful choice.
Yeah, I would agree. There's some cool scoring mechanisms, like that set collection piece with the toy soldiers and the snowflakes, or there's that push your luck element of the train, trying to get the caboose, and then hopefully you get the engine in order to get the magic 8 points out of that. Yeah. Or there's lots of neat little scoring elements like that. I will say that because of the simplicity of the game and the ease of teach and all that kinds of things, this is not a game that I would see myself playing week after week after week, bringing this to game night, that kind of thing. That being said, that it kind of still works in this game's favor because you're not playing it all the time. You're only breaking it out, during the holiday season. So it's not like you are going to be tempted to bring it out to, in the middle of May or, whatever it is. Yeah. Hey, you want to play Holly Jolly? It's April 3rd, But just having that, I don't know, the simplicity of it makes it so it gets a little bit samey, but you get that kind of hit that reset button every year by putting it away and bringing it out when it's thematically relevant. That helps it.
Oh, definitely. It definitely can be revitalized that one time a year if that's when you're playing with it. I think this is a great and excellent game to play with family, like I said earlier, especially people who maybe aren't huge gamers. This is a great game for that. I just think it's really entry-level friendly with a really fun theme.
I think that... with Christmas-themed games, a lot of times what you see is Monopoly Christmas, Uno Christmas, or whatever it is. No, this is a real game. This is a gamer's game. It is simple and accessible, but it's still a real game with real gamer mechanics in here, which I thought was great. It's not just a gimmick. And I also think that this is, like I mentioned earlier, kind of bridges the generational gap. Yeah. A lot of people are going to enjoy this one. I think that this is a good time, and like I said, if it fits the time of year perfectly, it's a lot of fun.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can follow us in all of these places.
You guys, thanks for watching. We will see you next time.
Bye.